learning. So generative AI is something, it is inside of this deep learning. See, just see the differences. Like, see, if you go for AI, it's a it's a uh, combination of everything. Like, let's say machine learning, deep learning, and adding data science to it. So that's how the AI is. So whereas machine learning, it is kind of like you have an existing data, and then you have to predict something, or like you have to predict something, or you have to see what could be the value here, value there. So it's purely a prediction thing. Whereas deep learning is something, it uses the neurons, the artificial neural networks, the neurons, these things to learn from the data. Then what is generative AI? See, now here in the artificial intelligence box, you have machine learning, you have deep learning, and you have generative AI also. We have seen what is deep learning, what is machine learning, and now we'll see what is generative AI. It's a subset of deep learning because like in the last session I have told you, right? Like in the NLP, like there is something called like text generation. So in the text generation, there is something called text generation. So what happens? So in the previous case, like this text generation starting from natural language processing, it has evolved to generative AI. The evaluation, the evolution started from NLP, the text generation, the handling, everything. So let's say if I come to this deep generative AI, see, it's like it can generate images, text, audio, music, video, codes, 3D objects, synthetic data. You can ask anything. Anything you can ask. Like I hope you guys have used ChatGPT. See, ChatGPT can give you anything. With the new version of plus 4, it can give you lot of things. Like, let's say you give an image and you say compress this image with my size should be of 20 kb, and my width is 6 centimeters, and height is 2 centimeters. It will give you an image, the processed image. Or let's say you just say give me a video with full of ocean water with let's say sand and a man walking in it, and just something, it'll create this video. And let's say you don't have any knowledge on coding. Let's say you don't have any knowledge on coding. Let's say you have to do some automation job. So just ask the chat gpt, I have a data like this, this is the process, explain the process in detail to chat gpt, and ask them give me the code to automate this process. It will give you a beautiful code. So let's say what happens when you give a code, you paste it and then you run it, you have got an error. So just blindly paste that error, paste it back to the chat gpt. It will take care of the chat history as well. Like whatever the message that you keep, it will take care of it. It will see what did I give response earlier, what did he ask, now what did he kept. So based on the message we kept, it takes care of the previous conversations and then reframe the question, and then it will give you the answer. So this much of process this generative AI is handling. That's the beauty of this generative AI on a whole crunch, if we could say. So now let's say, I mean, why now? Because see, we have large data sets, we have more computational power, we have more GPUs, more NVIDIA graphic cards, we have enough infrastructure to build this powerful models, be it 10 GPU or be it cloud computing. Hugging Face, like there are some, and you have large data set, the Google complete data set you have, and you have complete Twitter data, you have complete Facebook data, you have the Stack Overflow data set, you have lots of things. So and then you have innovative deep learning models like transformers, reinforcement learnings, generative adversarial networks, we call them as GANs. So these are all things are there. So it's like it's impossible to write every time the huge DL codes. So instead, this generative AI will help to make life easier by using of all these three things. That's the major crunch and the core of this generative AI. So now let's say see now we have seen what is ML, what is AI. So why it matters now? Like because see, generative AI models are like accuracy, and they are very effective, and it's like see. I can say like the powerful enough like to enable like use cases like in anything like let's say because see this Gen AI models are like uh, readily available. Like you don't need to write the code to build a model and then you do test it. You have a tool which is readily available, and all you have to do is like just access the tool. That's it. That's all you have to do. So and if you see, we do ask a lot of questions in check because like check. We need to pay subscription and all, but it has dropped 40% after chat gpt after like ChatGPT says ChatGPT is giving answers. In any way, it can give you answer. Like you have to do the coding part. It really made your job easier. Let's say you're a software engineer and you have built a model. Let's say not a model. Let's say you have built a Python file .py file. You have written some code. So there are a lot of pilinters and things that because you have to write description and you have to make sure what this method does what and all to match the coding standards. But whereas ChatGPT is giving you that coding standards code with the quotations with what method is doing what variable why you have declared, so that with the precise description it is giving you. All you have to do is like just access the tool. Let's say if you want to do coding, just access this tool via code. That's it. That's all you have to do. No need of data pulling, data transformation, data like training and then prediction, creating of pipelines, nothing. Just take an API, hit the API with the data, get the response from ChatGPT, show it to your business. That's it. Simple. It made life so much easier. Like initially we have to go like this, like this. Now it's just like this. So see, now if you see, uh, see Gen AI and LLMs are like the state of the art, guys. See, LLM is nothing but the abbreviation is, let's say, large language models. Generative AI is LLMs are nothing but large language models, whereas Gen AI is nothing but generative AI. Generative AI. So just see the gist of this. See, whatever we write, like large language models are nothing but um, large language models. I mean, in the name itself tells you, like, let's say, huge, like, be it any language or be it anything like coding language or the normal speaking language, anything, it can, it has an inbuilt model, like, to get what we require basically. Let's say text driven or like a topic related to a specific domain, or like what is the skilled operators for this, and with respect to us, like what are the request knowledge, and communicate with technology like we do each other. Like chat gpt chats with you like a human is texting to you, and it's purely an AI. There is no one sitting on the other side and giving you the response. No. So now I just want to take you guys back to the previous session. Just I'll just show you in the natural languages processing, how do computers process text. This is something that I wanted to show, because this is the gist for the Gen AI. So let's say if you in the Google, if you see chocolate TC, it is giving you suggestions. These are all the suggestions that Microsoft Edge is giving. How are these suggestions coming? It is from the previous things, like when someone suggests, like, because these are all the previous searches, and NLP is something, it will help you to suggest, so that no need to write anything, just click on the browser and then select everything we do. So like say, let's say there is one more thing. Let's say I like this book. See, this is the sequence, this is in another language, and sentiment analysis. See, this book was terrible and went on and on about, and it is a negative, because see, it's terrible. and it's a negative review, sentiment analysis. What is the best sci-fi book ever? It really depends on your preferences. Some of the top rated ones include, see, this is sequence to sequence generation, this is sequence to label, this is again sequence to sequence prediction. See, it's like you give something, you get something in the same way, it's prediction for a sequence. And here we are generating. Understand the difference, guys. We are generating a complete altogether a new text to the question that he's asked. That is the generation. And whereas whatever he keeps and then we give it in a different language, that's the prediction. And when we say reviews like positive or negative, it's a non-sequence prediction. Like, see, you give lot of words and you get only one word, either positive or negative. That's it. So to complete all these different tasks, your LLM will do it. The chat GPT can do it. The chat GPT alone can do all these tasks, but whereas in NLP you have separate process for this, you have separate process for this, and you have separate process for this. But whereas chat GPT is one single process which can do all these three. So you guys are getting it? Guys, you guys are understanding?
Yes.
Hello? Yeah, cool. Thanks. So uh, to complete different tasks, we use chat GPT. So, and with more than a text, let's say if you give an image. So what we'll do, the chat GPT will take this, go to a deep CNN. I have told it in the previous session, like CNN is convolutional neural network, and then it goes to the language generating recurrent neural network, and then it's a group of people shopping at an outdoor market. There are many vegetables at the fruit stand. See, you just gave an image. My chat GPT gave this answer, but internally it went through lot of different things ideally. But chat GPT, it's just doing this thing just like this. So that is the beauty. Like you can do speech recognition, you can do image caption generation, and you can say image generation from text. So all these things can be achievable using the chat GPT and LLM. So let's say I'll just walk you guys through another example. So let's say the ball hit the table and it broke. So what is the best sci-fi book ever? So sometimes language is ambiguous and context can change the meaning. There are multiple good answers. So with respect to the human interpretation, like let's say we keep a message, it's like not that so good, but okay. So we are being diplomatic. Even that semantic meaning behind our words is understandable through these large language models because of the huge data trained. There is so lots and lots of data trained, like unpredictable words and the scenarios, the backend emotions, emojis. So there is lots of things that it has been trained on. So now let's say you have this text now. So how does ChatGPT look? So it kind of take this complete sentences into tokens. Tokens is nothing but the words. So now let's say the moon, Earth's only yes. So, so now let's see, the moon, Earth's only natural satellite, has been a subject of fascination and wonder for thousands of years. So if you remember, I clearly told you guys in the natural language processing session, we do remove the stop words and all. Suppose that, see, the basic tokens are the moon, Earth's only yes. Now, if I go for sequence, that means the moon, Earth's only natural satellite, and has been a subject of, and then thousands of years. So if you see from token, you came to sequence. And from sequence, you see you have complete list of tokens, the vocabulary. This will be something like this. And this 1, 569, 122, 430, 50, and there is and so on. So these are all the numbers stored in the computer. Okay, so now from this, like once it has stored, no, now we'll see how the LLM works on this. Because see, these numbers are stored in the computer. Now when you give a text in the LLM, when you give a text in the LLM, what will happen, and then how does this gets used, I'll just show you. So now see, this is what, now let's say you had built a vocabulary with all the numbers and all numbers and all. So now when you give something, let's say when you give a text, okay, your chat GPT has lot of vocabulary. Okay, now your text is broken down into tokens and then sequences and then vocabulary. So now you have a vocabulary of the input text and you have a vocabulary of the complete data. So now we'll do a similarity search between these vocabularies, and if the vocabularies are similar, then those vocabulary words which are similar will get retrieved. So ideally, if you see, it's a search operation. Like using this vocabulary, you have to go there, search each everything, and then get back. If the vocabularies are similar, it will get back. But it's a, since your data is so huge, the vocabulary is so big, it takes a lot of time. And there might be chance of handling misspellings and out of vocabulary words. So these are some things that uh, it can happen. So now if I change that words to single characters, see the moon, these are the numbers stored in the computer. If I change my tokenization from words to characters, here the numbers are small and the size is small. Excuse me. But what happens when you use these characters? You will lose the sequence, and when you lose the sequence, you lose the meaningful, and you lose the context within the words. And let's say if you have much longer sequences for a given input, it could be a lost case. So these are some of the cons that we have when we search through characters, and these are like vocabulary is too big and all. These are some things that are have problems with respect to the sequences. So if we do subwords like the moon, earth only, like see, like you divide the word into two things, even then there is a problem. Why? Because you are compromising on the meaning of each word if you divide the subword. Correct. So like these are some of the ways that you can tokenize a sentence. Correct. See, okay, I have kept everything in one line. So if you see, this is a sentence, these are the words, these are the subwords, and these are the characters. See, the vocabulary sizes you see, in each and everything it changes. So what happens is there is something called ode embeddings where tokens can capture the meanings basically. So what will happen? I'll just tell you in a simple way, and then I'll go to ChatGPT. So if you see, okay, wait, let me just change my color. Yeah. So now I'll just tell you how it functions. So let's say this is your input text. Okay, it kind of converts into words, and then on top of it we apply embeddings. Embeddings is nothing but a vector form. Vector form. So what happens? So in the whole bunch of your data, everything is in vectors. That means 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0. So there is a whole bunch of vectors. So what will happen when you get the input text, and then when you do embeddings, and then you get a vector form. Now calculate the distance between two vectors, like let's say x1 comma x2, here y1 comma y2. The distance is y2 minus y1 comma x2 minus x1. This is the distance, the cosine similarity. So what happens? So for this particular vector in this complete thing, which vector is in a lesser distance? Because in this whole bunch you have a point here, you have a point here, so it tries to map to the nearest vector point, which is the nearest vector point, and then it takes care of all those points which are nearer and convert them back to the text and give you the response. Give you the response. That's it. This is how the chat GPT works. That's it. The topic is done. So just keep this in mind. Instead of doing this tokenization, lemmatization, and then everything, the langchain has this beautiful thing called word embeddings, where you can store the complete sequence into vector and search that vector in the vector database, get the relatable vector points, and then convert them back and then give you the text. That's it. That's all. I'll show you guys a Jeff. Let me know if you guys are able to see my screen. You can see the GF, right? Let
Yes,
me
Tanmay.
zoom. Yeah.
Yes.
See, let me zoom in for you guys. See, this is something that I have created for you guys. See, you have a lot of documentations. So now you have an word embedding model where it takes care of this complete docs. It takes care of all these docs, and then it takes care of embedding model, and then it creates a vector document embedding. Now, this complete document information is stored in this vector DB in vectors like 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1s and all. So what happens now? You have a question. You have a question. Now what will happen? Based on the prompt that you have given, it will go to the vector. It will check what and all the relevant vectors are there. It will retrieve those documents, and then it will come back here, and then it will feed it to the LLM, and then LLM will take, because see, when you send one sentence here, it can give you 5 to 10 sentences which are very needed. That also we can keep. Let's say just give me only 5 sentences, or like give me only 4, give me only 6. So base, you'll get 6 documents as an objects. So now those 6 documents, you when you send it to the LLM, the chat GPT, the OpenAI, the green one, it combines all the information from the 6 documents, and then it generates a summary out of those and then gives you an answer. This is the process of an LLM, the back end work of ChatGPT, guys. You guys have any questions in this? You want me to explain it again, this flow? Or are we good?
Please explain again.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay,
quite
okay, good.
complicated.
Yes, yes. It's simple, guys. Simple. See, you have lot of information in documents. Okay, using the embedding model. See, like I can go deeper in telling you embedding model and all, but it's a very long chapter that we are covering this in the course anyway. So now, with respect to the docs, this complete docs has been stored in a vector database with the vector formation 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 and all. So when a user asks a question, it tries to search in the vector DB what and all the relevant documents are there. How it has a word embedding, and that embedding is tried is like it will try to come up with the similar matrices using the cosine similarity or something. It will try to get the similar matrices. That is where retrieved documents is, and then it will feed into the LLM where it takes care of all the documents and then summarize the um, information from the 6 documents, and then it generates an answer. So this is the flow of the large language models. So you guys understood now?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, good. So now, what is Chat GPT? So Chat GPT is
Uh,
something.
Tanmay, there is a
Yeah,
question from Alex.
yeah. 1 second. Just see that.
Yeah.
Are the documents found in public domain? And please elaborate what a vector is. Okay. See, the documents could be of anything. Like based on the use case that you wanted to do. So based on the sources that you have available, documents are they can be available in public domain, or like you can make use of a PDF from an outside and then you can try doing it into vector. So now what is vector? That's a, see, vector is nothing but it's a mathematical form, because see, computer doesn't understand our English. So what it'll do, it'll store everything in vectors. This vector represents a word. So that conversion of a text to this vector is nothing but the word embedding. Word embedding. It's just a 2 lines of code that it gets converted, and you have to store this. Let's say in local there is something called index.fasys file or Cassandra DB, Astro DB, Hugging Face DB. These are all some of the vector databases where they store lot of vectors. I mean the document information basically. The document information in vectors. You understood, Alex?
Yes, I understand. Thank you very much. So, is
Yeah.
there a difference between vectors and, for instance, bits, and how, like, what specific sequence is used to store vectors? Because we know that with bits, they are stored in 8 characters, for instance.
Yes, correct. Correct, you're correct. So let's say it cannot be in 8 characters, it can be of 4, it can be of 3, it can be of 8, it can be 16. It's a 2 power something. So what is the other thing that you said? What can you repeat that starting line of the question? Hello?
Sorry, I didn't get that part. Could you please repeat?
No. See, when we have a sequence, or let's say when we have a lot of text in the documents. Okay, let's say you have a lot of text in the documents. So what will happen? First, this complete text will be converted into different chunks. Let's say paragraphs. Now each paragraph will be stored as a vector like this, and these all vectors will be stored in a vector DB. Understood?
Yes, very much so. Thank you very much.
Thanks. So now, see, I told you, right? Like ChatGPT is nothing but the large language models. Like it predicts the text, and like when you give a text input, right? It will do the model and it will give you a text output. So the backend code I just showed you how it goes. The search basically from vectors and everything. So these are some of the messages. Just a slide, and now see, with respect to GPT-3, there are lot. the difference between GPT, GPT-3, GPT-4 is the data. Let's say 499 billion tokens, webs, books, and Wikipedia, and trying to predict the next word in sequence. So this is the GPT-3 language model. If you see, not all heroes were. This is the input sequence. There is a gap here. Now, when you give this thing to GPT, see caps, pants, socks. So there are some of the words with the probability scores. Not all heroes wear caps. So 90%. So it says caps. That's how it predicts. So now this is the same thing that I just told you, like how it is. But there is a risk of LLMs, guys. Whatever the data that it gives from the public domain, it's only 50% correct. Sometimes this 50% is enough for us. It acts like 100%, but you can never rely 100% on ChatGPT. You can never rely on ChatGPT 100%. You cannot blindly propagate the information like without a human impact. And whatever LLMs is generating, it is not 100% ground truth. Whatever it is there, it is giving. Whether that is true or not, LLM doesn't know, you doesn't know. That's the main thing. So these are some of the resources. I'll keep this in the chat description. You may go through that. So this is what I wanted to guys give you a gist of how the chat GPT, how the LLM, how the uh, generative AI works. So is it good now, or like you want me to repeat anything? If not, I will go and show you some practical tool implementation, and then I'll show you how the coding also. Is that
Yes,
fine?
please.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
I
can
have
show
a
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Question. Ask the question, please.
it's okay. Let me just go back to the chat and okay. So you said that we cannot rely 100% on ChatGPT, for instance, right?
Yes. Yes.
Uh, my question is, how does it learn? Because sometimes they do allow it to learn, right? Let's say that you input something that it does not know, and then you correct it. Does it learn from that, or what does it, or what goes on behind the scenes? And does that fall under machine learning or what? Or maybe I'm just confused.
Yeah, beautiful. So sometimes when the chat GPT gives you an answer, right, it'll ask you to like when we say regenerate, it'll give you a new version. Or sometimes it
Mhm.
gives you two answers and say which one is good. So when you click on the next one, it stores this information. So there is the concept of this reinforcement learning. But reinforcement learning is something it will learn only from the feedbacks. Okay, so let's say when you ask it completely a new thing into the chat GPT, it will not tell you, or it will not learn. It will say within the information from this year 2023, 2023, 20 I'm trained only on 2021. Let's say 2021. So I cannot provide you this information, but with the information that I have from this 2021 data, I have this. So the Open API guys, the company Open API who introduced ChatGPT, so they kind of uh, takes this challenge of inputting new data, training the models, and then they release 3.0, 4.0, and then 4.0 plus the subscriptions, and then image to text, video. So these are all the things that the company releases, but in the backend, they again train. They train the models and release the versions for you. Okay, you got the question, you got the answer.
Yes, that was fantastic. Explaining. Thank you so much.
Yeah, cool, thanks. So now let me just show you demo. First, I'll just show you the tool. So let's see if I go for ChatGPT. Alex, I think you have the answer for the question. See, I asked who is the winner of 2023 World Cup. It says I don't have information on events beyond January 2022. To find out the winner of 2023 World Cup, you might want to check the latest sports news or official websites for cricket updates. Did you get this? See, now even if I say
Yes.
the winner, even if I say the winner of 2023 World Cup is Australia. Okay, Australia. Let's say something again. Still it says. Now it didn't learn. Again, if you ask who is the winner of 2023 World Cup, see, it will give you the same thing. It will not learn. But with the latest versions, let's say if I go to GPT 4.0, so now if you see the winner of 2023 World Cup is, see, Australia. It gave, and it searched 4 sites. See, it kind of takes this information. Okay, so now it's like a personal assistant. Let's say, hey, hi, can assist you today. So let's say, what can you assist me with? Let's say, what can you assist me with? See, it gives you its creative writing, educational support, language translation, data analysis. So now let's say, hey, hi, hello, how are you? Give me this in Spanish. Yeah, I did see, I did do a spelling mistake, but still it worked. See the beauty. Now if you now if you try something like, let's say, give me a React JS code for a basic web web application. Give me React JS code for a basic web application where I need to see the front page has a header and a drop down. See, I just gave. You see the beauty how it gives.
It's interesting.
See, it gives you the step-by-step processes it will give. See, now just following these steps, it'll help you guys. I'm telling you, just try this out. So you open your something, copy these things, write these things, and then just say this will create a basic header. The header displays a welcome message and drop down allows user to select an option of this. You can customize the options and styles as needed. And let's say I'll just show you some of the samples. See, I kept an image and said compress this image to 20 KB and also width should be about 6 centimeters and height should be about 2 centimeters. Give me the updated image. See, it gave. And again, if you say my file size should be between 10 to 20 KB, it gave. And you can do lot of operations like, see, I just told you, I just gave something like this, headers and all. Keep the bearer token variable and rephrase the headers. See, it gave. You can ask anything, guys, anything. Like see, where my wife is working in a Linux project where she can handle incidents, VM builds, patching, decommissioning, and Linux operations and writing Ansible scripts and all. Give me 6 solid points describing the above work. See, it gave. I want these to be like point by point, not like subheading and description. Send me that response. See, it gave. You can ask anything. So now let's say I just asked like authorization is base64 encoded value in the Postman. I just gave the value as basic space and then encoded the value. See, it gives. This GPT, it's like the beauty. Like let's say you got an error. You got an error, something like, let's say I'll just try to show you some error. Okay, I'll just show you. So, but if you keep an error here, it'll debug your error. So the same thing goes with the Google one. This is an OpenAI, which is from the OpenAI company, whereas Google launched. It's called I forgot. It's called Gemini, I guess. Yeah, Gemini. So Gemini also will works like the same. Say, hey, hi, help me create a basic React application. It will give you with links, the project structure, running the application, and then see this much it will give. Learning more. It's a company from Google. You guys are getting it, so make use of this chat GPT, install it on your phone. You can ask anything, guys, anything. Like, let's say, how to cook chicken biryani. See, you guys are liking it, feeling excited.
Yeah, sure.
So now the advanced thing is, see, now we have this tool. So now let's say tomorrow you have to build an application in your company which uses this Gen AI. So you just come to this OpenAI and then you have to create a new key. So the LLM is providing you guys a key. So with this key on the free trial subscription, you can do API calls from the code. Okay, let's say see from the LangChain is a framework that handles this OpenAI. So it has LLMs and then I imported OpenAI and see this is the OpenAI key. If you copy this, it will not work. You have to generate on your OpenAI key. So now you created an LLM object and then see text. What is the capital of India? Or let's say, can you tell me what is the capital of Russia? See, it gave me Moscow. LLM.predict. Or let's say, can you write a poem about AI? See, when you print see dot predict this LLM. See, I love the way I look at the world. I love the way I feel. I love the way I think. I feel. I love the way I love the way. See, this is now something like see again. I asked see, AI so advanced and wise, brilliant guys. See, this is something that it gives. See, now you can use this. All you're doing is using this OpenAI key that you have got, you're calling the chat GPT tool when you say predict. So what will happen? This question it will get pasted here. And then whatever the response it kind of gives us that here. It varies with every time. So no need to worry. So this is the basic crunch and the basic knowledge. So there is a lot to learn, guys. Like let's say with respect to um, uh, let's say how we give prompt, or let's say there is something called prompt template. So now let's say what I'll say, tell me the capital of this country. So what will happen is with this prompt templates and chain, what does this mean is you're restricting the chat GPT to look at only the template. So let's say you're tell me the capital of this country. So whenever you just say India, it will give you the capital of India is New Delhi. See, now you just gave India. See, there's a lot of coding, guys. It takes a lot of time. It's almost a 2-hour session. So now with respect to this, I'm just telling you basic. I see prompt template is nothing but it's a template of the prompt that user is giving. So let's see my template is tell me the capital of the country. So now my prompt template, see, I just said chain is equal to LLM chain, LLM prompt template. So when I say chain dot run India, so this India will go to here. in place of this country, this India will place. Now tell me the capital of this India. That will go to the LLM and then it will give you answer. The capital of India is New Delhi. Because if you see, uh, tell me capital of this India. See, the capital of India is New Delhi. The same answer you got here. See. So now with this, like this is something that we use it in the production developments, or we use it in the let's say the chain algorithms, or let's say Q&A bots, chat bots. So in all these places, this is the one it's being used. You guys are getting it? So now let's say if I want to combine multiple chains, so this is single chain. So now let's say I just say template, please tell me the capital of this. And then second one, suggest me some amazing places to visit in this capital. So what will happen? What will happen? Sequential chain. So see, first I'm asking capital chain and then famous chain. So whatever, when I say India, so first it will go to this capital chain. Capital chain is with capital template, and the capital template is this. Please tell me the capital of the country. It's India. Next it will come back here, famous chain. Whereas this famous, where is this famous chain? It will take this famous template. Suggest me some places to visit in the capital. This capital is being retrieved from this capital template, which is New Delhi. So, suggest me some amazing places to visit in New Delhi. See, it's a bustling metropolis and a great place to visit for historical sites, cultural attractions, modern. Here are some amazing places to visit in New Delhi, like Red Fort. See, and description. So this is all ChatGPT answer. It gave you here. So that's the major thing. So there are a lot of ways you can retrieve the data, like using LangChain, using agents. You can use prompt templates. You can use sequential chain, simple sequential chain. So all at the end of the day, everything it may like, see now, if you see, I use simple sequential chain. It gave me the output of the last prompt. It didn't give me the prompt of capital India. So when I use sequential chain, it gives the country India, capital. The capital of India is New Delhi, and places. Here are some amazing places to visit. So this is the output that you're getting. So based on the output, based on the requirement, how are you going to show it to the end user with very less coding? See what I'm doing, like writing 3 lines of code. That's it. Like just I'm using GenAI, OpenAI library, and then boom. No need of model training, NLP, big transfer flows, Keras, installing of those libraries, running on huge GPUs. No, not needed. Just simple thing made our job easier. And there are some chat models, something called chat OpenAI. So let's say there are 3 things, like human message, system message, and AI message. So human message is something that we give, and system message is something we say to the chatbot, saying, boss, see, you are a movie reviewer, or let's say you are a comedian at an AI. See, I'm just giving you system message. You are a comedian at AI scientist. Human messages, please provide some comedy punchlines on AI. See, it gives you some things. And trust me, when you say system message, you're a comedian AI assistant, and when you give content as tell me the capital of India, it will not give answer, because you have restricted your bot as like this. You told your bot you are only this, just like the robot. Okay, you're this, you have to do only this. So the way we tell it, using the system message. So this is what the using of prompt templates and the LLM. So we can build like the advanced chat GPT models. Like, see, like this prompt chat LLM and then the output. Smart, clever, brilliant, sharp. See, you're a helpful assistant. When the user gives any input, you should generate 5 word synonyms in a comma separated list. This is the task that we have assigned to bot. So when you say intelligent, it says smart, clever, brilliant, sharp, and astute. See, all you have to do is just writing of these templates. That's it. Like in a neat in a proper English, because you're telling the bot that boss, you have to do this. So your instructions should be very much clear to perform so that the bot can perform in a more effective and a more precise way. Any questions still here? Any questions, guys? Any questions or anything that you can ask me? I'll clarify them.
So can we build up a project and submit it to you on AI?
Yes, you can. You
Okay,
can.
sir.
Yeah.
Because there are not many resources available, can you please suggest some topics on which we can build projects?
Um. So let's say just try to build a simple chatbot application. Like let's say nothing. Just say hey, and then it should give you the response from ChatGPT. The way I just told you, right? The prompt, the LLM dot chain. So that can help you do it.
Sir, can we build that using Streamlit and
Yes, yes, you can build it using Streamlit. So in the Streamlit, when you type a question, right? So in the backend, you like I'll just share my screen again. 1 second. See, whatever the message that I'm giving in Streamlit, no. So you just say save that text in a variable and place it here. The code remains the same, and then it'll whatever the response that it is giving to you. This you pass it as a Streamlit output so that it will come onto your UI. So like that, you can do it using Streamlit.
okay, sir, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Nathan. Yeah. So Alex, Abel, Okolade, Ulla, any questions that you guys have?
Um, I think I have a question. Could you
Yeah.
please go back to the beginning? Because I remember you showed us how we can sort of use the key from ChatGPT from OpenAI,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And
Yes.
use it as more of an API.
Yes.
So
This is what you're talking
do
about.
we have to yes, yes. So do we have to specify the limits to what we want our bot to do, or do we have to just leave it as it is so that it can just get whatever information from ChatGPT?
No, it can get whatever information from ChatGPT. No need to limit. This has like see based on the again the rate and the limits. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
this will work, but it whatever it will do, what does it do is it will get you data from ChatGPT. So now you can restrict. See with this OpenAI key. See with this OpenAI
Mm-hmm.
key, I am creating an OpenAI which is from LLMs. So this is an LLM object. So what is the capital of India? When you say predict of text, it will give you the capital of India is in the capital of India is New Delhi. So it go
Mm-hmm.
back to ChatGPT, retrieves the answer, and then give it to you here. So this is an API call using this token. So this you have to generate on your own. You
Okay,
cannot
okay,
use mine. It says authorization issue and then say limit X. So there's a lot of things.
okay. No,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. So you guys have now a better understanding. All I expect is that, like, let's say, um, what is AI, what is data analyst, data. My whole idea for this webinar is to make you guys understand the terminologies that are using in the market. That's all. I don't want you guys to learn each and everything with these 4 sessions, but at least you should be knowing what is what and what is what. So I hope I have clarified that to you guys.
Sir, after submitting the certificate, will I get after submitting my project, will I get the certificate?
Yeah, you will be like, have you attended the 4 webinar sessions?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you'll get Meenan or Debashish can answer that. Yeah, you'll get that. You'll get the
Okay, then
certification.
let me call them. Okay, just wait for a moment.
So you guys understanding, right? Like you can enroll for the full-time course. You can enroll for the full-time batch so that we can have from the starting from the basics of Python. You can learn all the things.
Yeah, Tanmay, are you asking me?
No, I
So,
mean they are asking about the certification.
Yeah, this for certification, those people who have joined our, so the AI session was like a 1 month, 4 weekend session. So who have joined at least 2 session, they will get the certificate, and that certificate you can for to obtain the certificate, you open our website. If you already registered, that's fine, and go to your profile, and the certification will be there.
sorry, today is my first time of joining you guys here, and I'm trying to understand what's the purpose of this training today. Is it just to give us an overview of how AI works, or is it just to tell us, okay, we can enroll in this course, and how do we make money from here? That's just how can I make money from it? What am I getting from here? If you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So the main thing is we do have a training institute, and where we do have 4 different job ready training in 4 different domain: DevOps 1, cybersecurity 2, data analytics 3, and AI and data engineering or data science is the 4. Now the main reason we every weekend we do this internship in various topics, like for 1 month in DevOps, the next and cybersecurity next month in data science and DevOps, like that. The main reason, because there are so many students, they are little before choosing the right path in their career, they have some doubts which path they should do. Should they join as a DevOps engineer? Should they start their career as a cybersecurity experts? And we have a lots and lots of students who done a certain training, then they face that no, this training, I feel I'm in wrong place, maybe I will re-enroll for other course. So this is our 4 weeks journey in all this domain. It will give you a enough idea that if you choose your career path in this particular domain, what you may expect, and it will give you at least 20 to 30% more or less overview of this particular domain. Now after getting those idea, if you want, you may join our main job ready training, or you can explore the other internship program as well.
Okay, thank you.
When is the internship program for cybersecurity?
I think today is the AI one is completed. Our AI cybersecurity one is done, I think in April ended. So the next one is going to start from next week, like July 12th, like July 2nd week.
For cybersecurity?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
So the cybersecurity, is that a demo? Is that going to be a demo, or just when you're starting the course itself?
I think, see, our cybersecurity, the free classes will start from July 2nd week, but the class will going to start. The main class is going to start in July 3rd or 4th week. Now our AI session, this free internship started in June first week. It is ended today, and the next week Friday our this evening batch is going to start.
And there is a
For
question, how much is the full course in dollars? I'm interested in DevOps, but I still find AI interested. That's great, Alex.
I am interested, but I still find AI interested. Yeah, I will share that because the price varies from country to country. So as per your like your geolocation, I'll send you the link. You can check in online.
So for the cybersecurity, what aspect of cybersecurity are you doing? CEH, certified ethical hacking, or what aspect of cybersecurity do you do?
See, we don't try to aim to get any certificate like to clear or pass any vendor certification like CSSP or CompTIA, not like that. We make it sure that after doing the training, our student get the job. So it is like a mix of multiple things. We starting with it has like a different kind of compliances. It have some cloud security. It have some little bit of ethical hacking, uh, app security, infrastructure security, as well as some of the DevSecOps key knowledge also. So it is like a 6 weeks fantastic journey, and we have a very fantastic success story. One of our student, he joined in Feb batch. He completed his training in April, and this month he got 3 offer letter in cybersecurity and DevSecOps position. So our every training, our goal is not to make our student ready for any particular certification. We have to make it sure that they are ready for the job market. And every now and then we change our training modules and course modules as per job market requirement. I'm giving you an example. Our DevOps training, it was before Jenkins was there. Then and we have completed so far around 40 batches. Every batch is 1.5 months long. So then after certain time, we feel that Jenkins has become a little bit backdated and GitLab is taking, overtaking the Jenkins position. So we remove the Jenkins and introduce our GitLab in the DevOps one. And we created a 1 week free session for our all previous students to upgrade them. Again, the last 2 batch before we introduce Kubernetes, because Kubernetes is not part of that, and it is become a unavoidable part of DevOps. Again, we have created a free session for all our previous students and ask them to join and update themselves, for that gap. So every now and then we change our course content, modules, way of training, our live projects, depend upon the job market trend, by which student can get the maximum benefit, right?
So my next question will be for the cybersecurity. What's the job target market? What kind of job do you target? Because there's so many of them in cybersecurity, so many job descriptions and different types. So which one do you?
Very valid question, because cybersecurity itself, it is a very big domain. So normally we have 3 areas targeting. One like as they join as a cybersecurity expert, cloud security, or DevSecOps engineer. These 3. We don't like the forensic and cybersecurity investigator. We don't have that. It is very long to complete, and we cannot complete in the 6 weeks. So that portion we are not going to cover, but these 3 portion it will be cover.
So you said cloud security. What are the other 2?
Pen tester, like
Pen tester.
vulnerability manager, like to finding the gaps,
Yeah, network, yeah.
managing the
And,
compliances like that, and
okay.
DevSecOps engineer,
What do you call, what do you call it out there?
cloud architect, and DevSecOps engineer.
Okay. All right, thank you.
So yeah, so with DevSecOps, do you have to have DevOps as a prerequisite, or is it going to be integrated?
No, because you cannot see. Our goal is like a as soon as we can make our students ready for the job market. Now, the students who please understand who join our main courses, those like freshers or those people who they don't have like very new in the IT field, or they have working in certain position but they want to switch. And we do also have like a separate batches for corporate training as well. Now these students, they are very eager to jump in the next job role. So we now DevSecOps, we give you a very brief idea about DevOps, but we cannot give like in the 6 weeks, daily 2 hours, we cannot give the whole DevOps session ideas in this 6 weeks. Now our courses is not like other training where you can watch the video and learn the thing. We don't believe on that way. Our belief is until unless you make your hands dirty with the practice, you cannot learn. And every training comes with a robust lab, practice session, and live project. So this gives I know enormous edge to our students.
Okay, I understand.
Any other question?
None from my end. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Not an issue.
You were going to help me organize check my LinkedIn resume.
Yes, I am back today. So today, and I will check your LinkedIn. I got your LinkedIn profile, and I think you have also shared the resume. I have already shared with my marketing team in our consultancy. So I think by Monday I will get the response, and I have found few issues with your LinkedIn by myself only. I will ping you, and I will ask you to change those things.
Okay, thank you.
Most welcome. Yeah, no issue. Because your LinkedIn profile, your DICE profile, the main purpose of those to attract recruiter. Once the recruiter on your table, then only you can showcase your expertise. So until unless there is nobody on the other end of your table, there is no point how much you know or how much knowledge you have. So we quick thing. Next Friday we are going to start our AI training, and I think from July 12, like July 2nd week, yeah, Friday, we are going to start our DevOps evening batch, and the 3rd or 4th week we are going to start our cybersecurity batch, evening batch. So this is the I think July will become a very hectic for all of us, because all classes batches goes for like 1.5 months. Sometime it may extend to making sure all of our students are well aware and they grasp what we are trying to put or share with them. because there is a no point we are teaching them and but they cannot understand, and at the end of and we complete our training in 1.5 months. So uh, that we don't uh, that kind of thing we don't believe, because we believe normally unless our students understand that thing fully and they are complete their project on the lab, we normally uh, try to push them to make that thing happen. Yes, so the training timing is like if Monday to Friday, 5 days in a week, daily 2 hours. Some training have 2.5 hours for 6 weeks.
Monday to Friday or Sunday to Friday? Which one?
Monday to Friday, 5 days in a week.
So okay, because sometimes are you training from America? Are you training from India? So if you're training from India, that means it's gonna be
No,
from
I'm
Sunday
talking
to
about
Thursday.
I'm talking about US timing.
All right, thank you.
Because yes, our most of all of our trainers are based in India, but our consultancy that is based in Texas. So we whatever timing and the days we are going to mention, all are in mainly CST time zone based.
The handbill for the cybersecurity, let's look at it and see what we'll do from there. Thank you.
Sure, and I think in our YouTube you can find those cyber securities, the prior like last sessions videos, so you can watch those and you will have an idea how that thing is. And if you want, I can you can check our website. The whole course details is mentioned over there.
Can you please paste the link to the website? Thank you.
Sure. What if someone some of us have worked? Alex, what is your time zone? So normally we do have two different timing. One is for morning, one is for evening batch. So now apart from that, if any students or we found and we have to create a separate different batch in a little bit odd time, because there's a group of students, they want to join our training, but they are based in EU, like European Union, especially in UK, but their timing is not matching with our neither of these two timing. So we had to create a separate batch for them. So any more question?
Yeah,
I
no
have
more question. Just let us know when the cyber security classes is gonna start. So because I'm pretty much interested in that.
Cybersecurity, the main classes or the internship one?
The internship and main classes.
Both. Okay. Are you in the our WhatsApp group?
Yes,
Any of okay, perfectly fine. Then we every time we post over there, whatever update and news we have, we try to post over there, so you'll get updated from there. Still, if you miss something, you can ping us, any of our moderator or any of our trainer over there. They will guide you from if you have any doubts. I have shared the link for cybersecurity in this chat.
So when you say internship, are you talking about demo? What's your
See,
internship about?
demo means if you are trying to showcase some of your products, right?
Correct. Yeah, and
But
internship means you're already there. You want to get a practical knowledge.
Yes, but in our demo is this free internship program is not a demo. Demo means you have some strings attached that you want to convert those audience to customers. But our intention is simple. You can join and have a good number of information from that on that particular domain.
Okay. Okay.
Because there are certain countries whose time zone is not at all aligned with those our main classes training. But but still, they are most welcome to join because information and knowledge should be shared. Now, I had a very good thing to share that one student he is from Kenya. He joined us all of our DevOps classes and all of our cyber securities classes. Means I'm talking about internship free classes, and he thanks us in like a very kind words that somehow he managed his first job. Definitely, we have given him like a 10 to 20% of his total success story, and the rest he have done a tremendous hard work to gather and more and more knowledge from there. But yes, that helps him.
Okay. Thank you. So when would that one start for the cybersecurity? So it's going to be second week of July?
Yes.
Okay. Look forward to that.
Sure. Okay then. So I think I don't. No one have any other question for me.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we have in another, I mean, in another 1 hour, we have a internship session on DevOps. Okay, so if you intend to join that, you can also just have a feel of how DevOps actual classes go on, if you can understand what we deliver in the internship.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Guys, any questions on the data science and AI? All fine?
Yeah, I am
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Tanmay, for your brilliant session today.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Tanmay.